Hi, I'm Alan, and today I'm going to show you how to make G-code for the SR-3015 HAAS sheet router. You're going to need to switch from design to manufacture. Today, we're going to cut out this keychain. And first, you need to make sure your units is in inches, as the machine we use is automatically in inches. Then you click Setup. After Setup, you need to set your origin, but first, let's go to stock. I like to have it for the top offset as 0 and side offset something small. Quarter inch would work. You could also do no offset if you want, if you're trying to save more stock. Now back to setup. You're going to, usually I like to do this top left corner as the origin, and you set it above the stock. You can set it however you want in each corner, as long as it works on the machine. And make sure Y is negative on your object and X is positive. So after we have the setup, we use the operations to cut inside of your material first, and then we'll do the outside later. So for holes here, you will use the bore tool, and in the bore tool, you will just select the shape. You can do select same diameter as well if there's multiple holes, and it automatically does the order. And because it cuts all the way through, you will set the bottom height as minus 0.005 just to have that clearance and to make sure you cut all the way through. If you haven't selected a tool yet, you can go to your tool, click select, and then you click on Fusion Library, and then you click access the library or open the library. And because we're because we're milling, we're going to go to milling tools and in inches, and we usually use the 1/8 flat end mill. And you will have to change the spindle speed and feed rate depending on what material. If polycarb, it's 16,000 RPM and 40 feed rate. And yeah, you can see the whole cut right here. And then for letters or pocketing, you will use 2D Condor, and you will have to select all of the edges that you will be cutting. And you can see all of the closed chains you selected. And if you want to delete one, say I want to delete you, I'd click on that one, and then I click remove geometry selections. And you can see how it's just gone. And then because this one's also all the way through, you will set the minus 0.05 inch offset just to make sure it cuts all the way through. You can see looks decent. And you will also use 2D contour for edges not cut all the way through. You just won't have to set the offset. And yeah. For the outside, you will use 2D contour again. And because you are cutting all the way through, you will set the offset and should be done. Make sure it's in order from inside and then outside, because it will cut in the order in which you make the G code and in which you put the operations. So if I wanted to cut the whole last, I will move it down here, and then it cut the letters first and then the whole. And after you have all your G code, you can right click, click post process, name it. I'll name it plutonium key chain. And you can post it to desktop mill, and it'll work the same on the sheet router. And you will also select use G0. And then you can keep file number 1001. I'm going to change the file name to plutonium keychain. Can comment if you want. Output folder will be to the USB stick. You will see it somewhere here. I'll post it to downloads for now. And then this wording is fine and you can ignore it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I also wanted to add, if you wanted to cut multiple stages at a time because the material was too thick, you can go to passes, turn on multiple depths, and then let's say I want 2 passes through. Maximum roughing will be half of a stock, and you can see how it goes through multiple times, 2 times, 2 exacts, maybe through.